my space. You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. 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 I got too many plays. I won't even play. Out of my way. Get out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah, we get active. Too quick, let's get it. Too get it, 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 too get it. Stop talking. One way, my way, my way, my way, my way, my way.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
They're on 17-yard
line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Zach Ball there on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, You give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he's got it up to the 28-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown getting up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
19 yards.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And across the midfield stripe into E. Territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. Nix from the shotgun. A short throw to Ingram. 7 yards there and a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Throwing Nix. He gets his spin to the hands of Harvey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
To throw, here's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. No gain on the screen there on 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Nix to the air. Gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Harvey. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. The Eagles in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And this one's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they tried to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Barkley inside handoff. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. And the Eagles are going to be set up at a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Eagles, first down. First down and goal to go.
Barkley. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The charisma at stake when you in your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. When I'm back and picture you, the bigger brown. I'm the one that introduced you to the right now.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Able to find the open man, that's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. it's Knicks. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the Eagles' 48-yard line.
Back to the air with Nix. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jahad Campbell in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Third and 12. To throw is Nix. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked out right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Again, it's Barkley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Hurts fumbles it. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Shot before break. Nix. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our scores. We get going in quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Broncos.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Nick's going to give to Harvey. And caught up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, if guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Broncos 23-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
4 yards.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught at the end. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's in for the Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
First down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun is Nix. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 24.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But Nick Bonito not letting him escape there. He was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Great. Set. On anyone, eh?
Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Great. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
From the 27, Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
180.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Working to put a drive together. Throwing Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
First down, Denver.
To throw, here's Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab.
Hey, we're good.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
Well, to put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Complete to Bryant. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Nix once more. Pass taken in by his been tight end. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Nix to the air. That's taken in by Franklin. And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. The Eagles 5 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Back to throw again. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
The score, Eagles 31, Broncos 14. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Hurts. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff to Franklin. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second down, here's Barkley again. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Philadelphia, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next.
So try it again. Started me over right back at the end.
When's the last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid a day in my life.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. In the mirror, no reflection. Another day, just another resurrection. Where's the glory? Just another story. I won't be the ending that was written for me. And I'm never running, so try it again. Starting me over right where it began.
It's pretty boring, isn't it? This existence. Might as well not take fear off the table.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die.
I think everyone's a little scared of what's next. Live or die. Live or die.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Life still me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a knife bringing me down. I went to a... He said my life's a bore. Choke with my wife because it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes
Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Grasping to control.